Hi, hello children, how are you all? Welcome back to my class. Today in this class, we are going to continue our same lesson, that is weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. So in the previous class, we already learnt about what is weather, what is climate, right? So let us remind the meaning of climate. So the average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years, is called the climate of the place, right? Okay, so today in this class we are going to study about adaptations of animals to various climates. Okay, such as the polar regions, the tropical rain forest. Okay, so first let us know what is the meaning of adaptation. So adaptation, the presence of specific features which enable an organism to live naturally in a place is called adaptation. Okay, animals, they develop a specialized body features to adjust with the environment where they live. Okay, the animals, they developed a special body features to adjust with the environment to that place is called the adaptation. Understood? What is the meaning of adaptation? The presence of specific features which enable an organism to live naturally in a place is called adaptation. Understood, children? Okay, so adaptations usually develop in animals which have to live in extreme weather conditions like extreme cold or extreme heat. Okay, let us take a closer look at these adaptations in different regions. The first one is a polar regions. So the polar regions are situated near the poles, that is North Pole and the South Pole. Suppose this is a globe. Okay, so these polar regions, they are situated near the poles, that is North Pole and the South Pole. Okay, and the countries that belongs to the polar regions are Greenland, Iceland, Canada, then Alaska in USA, then Siberian and Siberia region of Russia and Norway. These are the even Sweden. Okay, these are the some places which belongs to the polar regions. Which are those? Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Alaska in USA and Siberia region of Russia. Understood, children? Okay, now let us know more about these polar regions. These regions are covered with snow. So these polar regions, they are covered with the snow and it is very cold for most part of the year. Okay, the next point is, for 6 months the sun does not set at the poles, while for the other 6 months the sun does not rise. Here we can find that there is a sunrise for whole 6 months. Okay, there is a sunrise for 6 months and another 6 months there will be a full sunset. Understood? Okay, the next point is, in winters the temperature can be as low as minus 30 degrees Celsius. So the temperature is below than 0, that is 38 degree Celsius. Okay, so in winters the temperature can be as low as minus 38 degree Celsius, where in the polar regions. Okay, and the animals found in polar regions are polar bears and penguins. Here we find some of the animals such as polar bears, penguins and Arctic fox, etc. Okay, these are the some animals. So the climate at the poles is extremely cold and temperature go below 0. As I said you, it is minus 38 degree Celsius, right? So the main requirement of organisms living here is to keep themselves warm, right? So they have developed many special body features or adaptations that conserve their body heat. So animals found in the polar regions include polar bears, penguins, Arctic fox, etc. So let us look at the adaptations of some of these animals. First we'll take polar bear. So physical adaptations of polar bear. So here the polar bear having it adopted some of the features. Okay, so let us see what are those. The first one is The white fur is not easily visible in the snowy white background. Okay, the meaning of fur is nothing but the it is a hairy skin. Okay, the hairy skin of this polar bear, it is white, so it is not visible. When it hide themselves in the snow, the predators and the prey cannot able to see them. Predators in the sense like enemies, okay, enemies of this polar bear, or the who can hunt or kill them. Okay, so the predators and the prey is nothing but the living thing that is eaten by another living thing, means it is a food of the polar bear. Okay, so that is a predator and the prey. If they hide themselves in the white snow, the prey and the predators, they are not able to see them, so that they can easily catch their prey and they can hide themselves from the predators. Okay, the next point is it has a very strong sense of smell. So these polar bears are having very strong sense of smell, so it helps the bear to locate and catch its prey. So it helps this bear, the strong sense of smell, it helps the polar bear to locate, to identify where the prey of it, okay, where the prey is, so that they can easily catch it. Okay, the next point is it has long, curved and sharp claws. Here you can see the polar bears are having a long, curved, sharp claws. So these help it to walk on the ice. So when it walks on the ice, it will not sink, it will not goes into the snow. Okay, that because of the long, curved and sharp claws. Understood? Okay, the next point is it has a layer of fat under its skin. So the polar bear are having the layer of fat under its skin. What is the use of it? Means the fat insulates its body from cold and keeps it warm. The insulates means the cut off. Okay, whatever the heat is there within the body, the fat, it will not get allowed to go out from the body. So it keeps the our body warm. Okay, the next point is it has thick layers of fur. Here, as I told you, it is having a white fur, right? So these fur, the white fur, it has two thick layers of fur. It is two thick layers of furs. Okay, it has two thick layers of fur, so that these keep its body warm in the cold weather. Understood, children? This is all about the polar bear, how it has adapted itself to the polar region. Understood? Okay, let's move to the one more animal. Penguins. Physical adaptations of penguins. Here, can you see this, children? What is this? Yes, these are the penguins, right? So it is also white and merges well with the white background. Here you can see what is the color of the penguin. Yes, it's a white in color. So the penguins are white in color, so that they can hide in the snow. They can hide themselves in the snow to protect themselves from the predators. Okay, next one. It also has a thick skin and a lot of fat to protect it from the cold. So these penguins are also having a thick skin and with a lot of fat within their skin, so that they can protect themselves from the cold weather. Okay, next one, they are having thick skin, a large fat content in their body, so that they can survive in the cold climate easily, right? Okay, the next one is penguins huddle together. Huddle in the sense crowd. Okay, huddle in the sense crowd. The penguins, they, whenever you see the penguins, whether it may be a TV or any newspaper or magazines, you might have find that the penguins, they always in a group, they are in a crowd, right? So this is the one of the interesting habit of this penguins. Why they are always in the huddle? Because in the winter, to prevent loss of heat from their bodies, it keeps their body warm. Okay, the next point is they have streamlined body and their feet have webs. Okay, and they are having a streamlined body. These penguins are having a streamlined body. Streamlined body is nothing but the body of the fish. Okay, the body of the fish. the fish, okay, the body of the fish is called the streamlined body, and their feet have web. They are having a webbed feet. So webbed feet in the sense the feet like this. Okay, these type of feet. Even the frogs are also having the webbed feet, right? So it helps the penguins to swim in the water. Okay, they are also a good swimmer. The penguins are also good swimmers. Okay, they swim in the water also because of the streamlined body and the webbed feet. Understood, children? This is about the penguins. Next one is here. Do you heard about the word migration? Yes, do you heard about the word migration? What do you mean by migration, children? Do you heard about this word migration? The migration is another means to escape the harsh cold conditions. Okay, so the migration means to relocate periodically from one region to another, usually according to the season. Okay, when winters set in, many birds migrate to warmer regions and return only when the winter is over. Okay, there are some birds which migrate, okay, because of the they can't stay with that winter, so they usually they travel to or they migrate to warmer regions. When once the winter season is over, they again come back to its place. Okay, for example, the Siberian crane. This is the, you might have heard or you might have seen in the TV that the Siberian crane that comes from Siberia. Okay, this Siberian crane, here you can see these are the Siberian cranes. Yes, these are the Siberian cranes. So this is Siberian cranes that comes from Siberia to places like Bharatpura in Rajasthan. They comes to India, especially in the Bharatpura in the Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana, even in the some wetlands of northeast and some other parts of India. Okay, understood what is the meaning of migration? Okay. Now let us move ahead with one more region, that is tropical region or tropical rain forest. Okay, the tropical regions means the places near the equator is called the tropical regions. Okay, so for example here the countries where the tropical rainforests are found are India, okay, Kenya, Malaysia, Indonesia, Uganda, Nigeria, Brazil, Republic of Congo. These are the places which belongs to the tropical rainforest. Okay, so these area, the tropical regions, these area are very near to the equator. Yes, these tropical regions are very hot and humid, and as they are located near the equator, they are receive a large amount of heat. Okay, here you can see as they are located near the equator, so they get a large amount of heat, as well as they receive heavy rainfall during the monsoons. Okay, so let us know more about this tropical rainforest. So here the tropical regions has generally a hot because of its location around the equator, as I told you now. So these tropical regions, they are near to the equator, so it will receive a large amount of heat. Yes, next one is during summer the temperature in tropical regions can be as high as 40 degrees Celsius. So in this region, in the summer season, the temperature of this region means in the tropical regions can be high as 40 degree Celsius. Okay, in coldest month means in the winter season, the temperature is generally higher than the about 15 degree Celsius. In the winter season, you will find the temperature 15 degrees Celsius, where in the tropical regions. Okay, the next one is days and nights are almost equal. Here in the tropical regions, the day and nights are almost equal. Okay, these regions get plenty of rainfall. As I said you that these regions, they receive a heavy rainfall. Okay, next one is this region supports wide variety of plants and animals. So the this region consists of varieties of plants and animals. Okay, so the major types of animals living in the rainforest are monkeys, apes, gorillas, tigers, elephant, leopards, lizards, snake, birds, and so many insects. Okay, now let us read about the adaptations of some of these animals, okay, to a hot humid climate. Okay, the first one is red-eyed frog. Here you can see this is the red-eyed frog. It has developed sticky pads on its feet to help it climb trees on which it lives. Okay, here you can see it is having a can you see its this one pads? It is a sticky one so that it can easily climb on the trees. Did you ever seen the frog which is climbing the tree? No, this is the type of a frog. This red-eyed frog is a type of frog which climbed the tree because of its sticky pads. Okay, because of sticky pads, this red-eyed frog can easily climb the trees. Understood, children? The next one is monkey. The monkey is having hands and feet, and long tails help monkeys hold on to branches easily. Here you can see it is having a well developed hands and legs, right? It is having well developed hands and legs, and it is having a long tail. What is the use of this long tail? So this long tail helps the monkey to grasping the branches, right? So their hands and the feet are such that they can easily hold on the branches of the trees. Understood? Here the long tail helps the monkeys to hold on the branches easily, to grasping the branches. Here you can see this, right? Understood? Okay, now let's move to the one more animal. This is called the toucan bird. Okay, this is a toucan bird. Here you can see that the bird is having a large beak. It is having a long and large beak. It helps this toucan bird to reach the fruit on the branches which are otherwise too weak to support its weight. It cannot sit. See, you can see here this bird is having a weight, right? So it cannot sit on the weak branches. So it sits on the strong branches, and they can easily catch the fruits which is there in the weak branches because of presence of its long and large beak. Yes, understood how it has been adopted with the environment? Yes. So this is the toucan bird. Okay, now let's move to the one more animal. These are called the big cats, that is lion and the tiger. Yes. Okay, so here this lion, the tigers, these are having a sensitive hearing. They are very sensitive to hear. If they found any prey near to it, it can easily hear the sound of it. Okay, they are having a very soft, they can hear a very soft sound even. Okay, next one, they are having a sharp eyesight. These animals are having a sharp eyesight. Okay, next one, this the thick skin and a skin color which helps them to camouflage. Here, okay, now we'll tell you what is the meaning of the camouflage. Camouflage means body color merges with the surrounding. Here, see here, what is the color of this lion and the tiger? It is brown in color, whereas the grass which is present in the forest, usually it is a brown in color. So when it can easily hide themselves in the grass because the color of its skin is brown and the grass is brown, so they can hide themselves easily in the grass. So this is to protect themselves from the predators. Predators is nothing but the enemy who can kill them or who can hunt them. Okay, so and even they can easily catch their prey. Yes, if they hide themselves in the brown grass, whatever the prey will come, it doesn't know that it is having its predator there, right? So it will easily help this lion and the tigers to catch their prey or even to protect themselves from the predators. What is that? It's a camouflage. Camouflage is nothing but the body color merges with surrounding is called the camouflage. Understood? Okay. The next one is it is having a sharp claws. Here you can see it is having a very sharp claw so that it can easily tear its prey, right? So it can easily eat its food. It is easily can catch its prey. Understood, children? These are the adaptations which the lion and the tiger has been adopted to their surroundings. Yes. Now let us look over one more animal, that is beard ape or lion tail macaque. Okay, it is a type of monkey known as beard ape or lion tail macaque. It is usually found in the rainforest of Western Ghats. Okay, its most outstanding feature is that, can you see this, children? What is this? It is having a silver white mane. This is called the silver white mane. So it surrounds the head from the cheeks down to chin. Right. So this is the special feature of this beard ape. Okay, and it feeds on stems. It eats stems, leaves, fruits, and even the small insects. And it has a sharp nails. Here you can see it is having a sharp nails to scratch the bark of the trees to search for the insects. Okay, so this is the adaptations of the beard ape. Understood, children? Okay. Now let us move to the another well-known animal of Indian tropical rainforest is elephant. Okay, so an elephant is another big wild animal which has certain unique modification to help it survive, right? So it uses its trunk only. Here you can see it is having a trunk. Can you see this? Yes, this is the trunk, right, children? So it uses as a nose, because of which it has a strong sense of smell. So it is because of this trunk, the elephant is having a strong sense of smell. Okay, and lifts up the food. So it uses its trunk not only to smell but also to pick up food and water and transfer it into its mouth. Okay, next one is, here you can see, what is this, children? This white one. Can you see this white structure? Yes, these are called the tusks. Okay, so tusks are modified teeth. These are the modified teeth. These can tear the bark of trees. Here you can see, with this tusk, elephant can tear the bark of the trees. Okay, so these can tear the bark of the trees that elephant loves to eat. Understood, children? Okay, and here one more features you can see, the large ears, right? So it is having a large ears, so it helps it to hear even a very soft sound. So it is a very sensitive to sounds, so it can hear a even very soft sounds, and they also hear. Next one is helps to maintain body temperature. These ears helps the elephant to keep cool in the hot and humid climate of the rainforest. Understood, children? This is about the elephant. Yes? Okay. So children, today in this class you have learned about the adaptation of animals to the climate, and even you have learned the what are means polar region, then the tropical rainforest, the animals which are present in the polar region, that is polar bear, next penguin, right? Next one, we have learnt about the tropical rainforest. Yes, and the countries which belongs to the tropical rainforest, and the animals which are present in the tropical rainforest. We have studied about the red-eyed frog, monkey, toucan bird, tiger, lion or beard ape, right? And the elephant. Yes. Hope you all understood all these concepts very well, children.